Right, we're inside Sheepscar. I'm pleased to say that we've got Mark Baulch, National Officer for the outdoor, local rep, Nyana, and really I think you'd like to welcome Mark to Sheepscar.
Yeah, thank you, Mark, for coming to Sheepscar and seeing what we're going through.
So what's your hopes and expectations for today, Mark?
Well, already speaking to Anna and the local Dom, and I think frustrating really, because it's the same or similar problems to the ones that you encounter in many offices when you're visiting. So I think I know some of the feedback I'm going to get from people, but listen, they're genuine concerns and they need to be dealt with. I think that's the frustration. The frustration is that the union and the reps are doing their part of the bargain and our members by making the changes, but then just not getting the support from management in terms of walk sequencing, frame layouts, condition of the building, all things that really, and including vacancies as well. Recruitment's a massive issue. It's a massive issue in this unit as well. So that's what's frustrating. We're doing our bit, but I think we're getting let down by senior management who are just not doing theirs.
So I think there's only one thing for it. I think we should dive into the office and speak to the members.
Thank you.
So Mark, we've been round. We spoke to some members this morning. A mixed response, I think it's fair to say. Some positivity, some negativity. So what's sort of your review really on this morning?
Well, first of all, it's always good to get out and talk to our members on the front line, because they're the ones that are doing the job day in, day out, and they're the people we all listen to, and rightly so, because they've got the knowledge and the experience. I suppose mixed views, issues within the unit, and that is on some of the sequencing isn't right. It doesn't mirror the actual deliveries.
They told us you need to cross the main road.
Yeah, that's what I was explaining
yesterday.
Yeah.
More main roads.
Main roads.
The frame layouts as well are still not right, and there's a lot of frustration about that, because this revision was deployed and we're now in September, and some of those things are long standing and they've still not been fixed.
We were told that everything was going to be on one side to make it easy for us, and it didn't work out like that. Now, whether or not that's a computer telling you whoever it was,
So I'm going to take those away. I know in the locality, trying to do their best managerially to sort that out, but it's not good enough. I don't mean that any slight on any of the local parties, but for management overall, the planning community and the national managers responsible for the revisions, they're failing, in my opinion, and I will raise those directly with the senior managerial interface that I match up to. So that will get raised. Other issues that are worrying and are difficult is the level of vacancies in the unit. 21 vacancies, and the revision went in with that level of vacancies, which you'd have to question why you deploy a revision when you got that level of gaps to fill, because that's not a good start point. I know there's recruitment going on, but it's just taking too long. I know from watching the Simon Thompson's video, the CEO, I think he shares that concern, but it needs to be addressed. It's not good enough. It takes far too long to get people in the door, and so there's a feeling in the unit there's a bit of a lack of support. Our members are doing their bit of the change, incorporating with that, and people want to do a good job. That really comes across loud and clear from our members on delivery, and they don't want to let the customer down, but they feel at the moment, a lot of them that I spoke to, that's kind of where they're forced to be because of some of those challenges that I've outlined. Also, some imbalances on the deliveries. Some of them are not doable, and that's the view of some of the individuals, and that needs to be worked through as well.
The only negative thing about what's happened, the implementation of the revision, is just that it's not 100% right yet. Through
the PIR process, post-implementation review, but also looking at some of those challenges and getting those things put right. So they're the negatives, and there's quite a list of those I accept. But Royal Mail, from a planning point of view and a senior management point of view, you've got to do better with these revisions. The positives are that there's been a significant increase in part-timers up to full-time, which is great, because obviously the part-timers made up to full-time can have better decision making in their lives, more security, you know, with their own personal circumstances and mortgages, etc., plus the fact, obviously, you know, when they're off on leave now, you know, they're going to get the contractual pay element, and so that's benefits.
The revisions, it's been great that so many part-timers have been made up full-time, and fantastic that so many part-timers' hours have been increased. That's great, and it's good that, you know, part-timers have got a chance, because they've been made up full-time, to get mortgages, get loans and so forth. Going forward, that's a good thing.
And some of the part-timers, equally, who didn't want to go full-time or there wasn't enough full-time roles, have been made up as well. So they're positives.
You know, from 25 to 30 hours.
Oh, right, so they got that far.
So they got, yeah.
So even the ones
So
that are not
really
full-time
good,
have also
yeah.
had enough.
Yeah.
Did everyone want enough?
Oh, yeah, they were really...
And the other positives, obviously, is that we've introduced the short working week, and so the part-timers have had the pay uplift through that as well, plus the full-timers have had the benefit of the short working week. So there are positives in there. There are challenges within the revision and within the unit, but, you know, what we said to the members is that, you know, we will overcome those challenges through time when we fix those problems. But I suppose I'm using this forum as well. I'll be writing to senior management and taking up the issues directly, but also through this forum as well. You know, hopefully other senior management team will see this and will take stock of where we're going.